Let's start with a scene that's probably not in any history textbook you've read. The year is 1190. You're a soldier, but right now, you're in the kitchen of a besieged castle. The smell of bread is gone, replaced by the scent of fear, smoke, and unwashed men. Outside the walls, an enemy army screams for your blood. Your formal weapons are on the battlements, but here in the keep, you hear the terrible sound of a battering ram on the inner gate. You look around. What do you grab? Your sword is 100 steps away, but your eyes land on the tools of the cook. And in that moment, you stop being a soldier and become an improviser. Today, we're not on the battlefield. We're in the larder. We're uncovering the 3 kitchen weapon hacks of the desperate, brilliant defenders of the Crusader castles. The medieval kitchen wasn't a place of delicate cuisine. It was a place of brute force. Tools were heavy, solid, and made to last. And in a siege, where every able body was a defender, these tools underwent a sudden, terrifying promotion. The mindset shift was everything. From seeing a tool for its intended purpose, to seeing it purely for its physics, its weight, its leverage, its point, its mass. This is the first and most important hack, the hack of perception. Alright, a riddle to get you into that mindset. I am found in the hands of a cook, yet I crave neither meat nor vegetable. I deliver blunt force, but my intention has suddenly changed. I was made for tenderness, but now I deal in a final, permanent softness. What am I? Think on that. We'll come back to the decidedly unfriendly answer. Our first kitchen weapon hack is the Mace-in-Disguise. Every castle kitchen had a heavy meat mallet or tenderizer. This was a formidable piece of wood, often banded with iron, designed to pound toughness into submission. In the hands of a cook, it's for schnitzel. In the hands of a defender in a narrow stairwell, it becomes a devastating mace. Why is this effective? In the tight, close-quarter fighting inside a breached gatehouse or a corridor, long weapons like spears and swords are cumbersome. A heavy mallet, however, requires very little room to swing. A short, overhead chop or a sideways hook aimed at an intruder's helmeted head would cause catastrophic concussive force. Even through armor, the shock alone could disable a man. The hack here isn't in altering the tool, it's in altering its application. The modern parallel isn't a meat mallet, though let's be honest. One sitting on your counter right now is a pretty convincing argument for itself. The parallel is seeing any heavy, hand-sized object in your environment as a potential impact weapon. A solid fire extinguisher, a heavy flashlight, a dense rolling pin. It's about recognizing the potential energy stored in mass and the advantage of a tool that requires no skill to wield brutally effectively in a confined space. Hack number 2 is the Mantlet Breaker. This one involves the fireplace and the cauldron. During a siege, attackers would use mobile wooden shields called mantlets to approach walls under cover. Defenders would counter by heating anything liquid in the giant kitchen cauldrons. This wasn't just water. Water is effective, but scarce. Instead, they'd use waste oil, rendered animal fat, or even the infamous quicklime slurry. This mixture would be heated until it was not just hot, but viscous and clinging. When poured over the battlements onto a mantlet or a scaling ladder, it had a horrific effect. It would seep through cracks in the wood, burning the men beneath. It would coat surfaces, making them impossibly slippery for the next wave of attackers. It was an area denial weapon born from the kitchen. The hack is in the material choice. They used what was available and enhanced its properties with heat. The modern principle isn't about boiling oil on your balcony. Please don't. It's about understanding the concept of area denial using common, viscous substances. In an extreme defensive scenario, even a bucket of thick paint mixed with irritants or a hose spraying slippery foam could create a critical barrier or delay. It's about looking at a sticky, messy substance and seeing a tactical obstacle. Riddle answer time. The answer is, of course, the meat tenderizer mallet, promoted against its will to the rank of skull crusher. A tool's purpose is defined by the need of the moment, not by the intention of its maker. Our third hack is the Hearth Poker Doctrine. The fireplace poker is a near-perfect weapon already. It's a length of solid iron pointed at one end with a handle at the other. It's designed to be thrust into coals. It requires zero modification to be thrust into something else. In a close quarters melee inside the Great Hall, a servant or a cook could wield this with lethal effect. It had the reach of a short spear, a point that could puncture leather and find gaps in mail, and a hook that could be used to trip, disarm, or pull a shield down. This is the simplest hack of all. The recognition that a tool designed to manage a dangerous element, fire, is already ergonomically perfected for delivering focused, penetrating force. The modern equivalent is everywhere. The common crowbar, a tire iron, a sturdy hiking pole, even a long, heavy screwdriver. The doctrine is the mindset. When you look at a long, rigid, handheld tool, you should immediately assess its potential as a lever and as a thrusting weapon. The fireplace poker was the medieval version of this ever-present principle. So, what's the ultimate takeaway from the Crusader's kitchen? It's not that you should arm yourself with spatulas. It's that preparedness isn't just about the specialized tools in your safe. It's about the immediate inventory of your environment and the fluidity of your thinking. The defenders of those castles won not because they had the best swords, but because when their swords were out of reach, they saw the weapon in the welder's hammer, the cauldron of soup, and the tool by the fire. They mastered the art of recontextualization. Your home is full of potential force multipliers. Your job is to walk through it, not as a passive consumer, but as a strategist. See the weight, the leverage, the point, the liquid, the flame. Because in a moment of critical need, the difference between panic and power might just be your ability to see a kitchen tool, not for what it was made to do, but for what, in your hands, it could do.